We have a pretty good idea of the overall shape of the tree of life. We know from really good data from several parts of the world that the very earliest strata that we have in the geological column consist of either nothing or very simple single-celled organisms, and that went on for a couple billion years. What we find is we find traces of the first multi-celled organisms, or metazoa, and they're very primitive. And then a little bit further on in the geological column, we find more complex metazoa. We find that in a period called the Cambrian, which is about 550 million years ago, there was a real radiation of living forms, which is a fascinating area of paleontological research. From that Cambrian radiation, as it's referred to, Cambrian explosion sometimes it's called, the ancestors of the modern basic body plans can be found. The vast majority of species that ever lived, we will never know anything about whatsoever because they didn't leave any remains. But we have something from, basically every time period since life first began, to 2 billion or maybe even 3.8 billion years ago, depending on how far back you want to go. We have something from each of the strata, so to speak, to tell us a little bit about what some of the life was. So yeah, we'll never know it all. We'll never know it as thoroughly as we want, but we have a pretty darn good idea of what the overall shape is.
How does that correlate with Darwin's idea?